All right. Hey, all. Sorry if you were watching before and I suddenly disappeared. I'm still learning this streaming software. And so I was using Ecamm Live, which is for the Mac, and really like it. It's really cool, super easy to set up. Did not realize that the trial had 10 minutes on it. So after 10 minutes, we were gone. And so instead, I have now downloaded OBS, and I thought it was going to be difficult to configuring that, but it was actually quite easy. So it looks like we're able to jump back on fairly easily. So where I am at with this is I am working on a book that had been published in the past, and it went out of print, but I still retain the rights, which is always something you want to do when you publish a book through a major publisher. And because I retain the rights, I can republish it myself, self-publish it, and so that's what I've done. I've created an ebook of it, but I did that several years ago before I had Vellum, which is my favorite software for creating ebooks, and before I knew some of the things that you just should include in ebooks. So I'm going back over this book that I wrote. It's called Reality Shift, and I am just editing through it, getting it ready to recreate it as an ebook again. And so I thought I'd jump here on a live stream. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And so if you are interested in self-publishing your own book, I thought someone might find it interesting. If not, no big deal. But I'm Chris from Writing Momentum. And so that's what I'm doing here today. By the way, if you have any questions as I'm doing this about publishing or writing, feel free to ask. You can type it in the box. I've got the comment boxes up here so I can see your questions and hopefully give you some kind of coherent answer if I can help at all. I've been writing for about 25 years, so this is what Gena and I do. We love to help other writers put themselves on the fast track to success. You can find out more about us at writingmomentum.com. That's writingmomentum.com. So what I'm doing is I'm here in Word. This is a Word file. I really like Word because I've been using it for years. Most of the publishers prefer things be in Word. And if you use Vellum to format your ebook, it can import from Word super easy. So that's what I'm doing here. I've got it set up right now where each chapter heading is a heading 1, so I can jump from chapter to chapter real easy if I want to. You can see how that works. But I've discovered that there are places in here where I have computer type. And I had set those up so you can see up here with their own, what do you call this, their own style. But the problem with doing that is that some of these styles, Vellum recognizes as though they're like main chapter headings, and I don't want that because otherwise you can imagine here I'd have like 6 or 7 main chapter headings out of 6 or 7 paragraphs. So I need to go through and I need to change all the styles just to be a regular normal style, and then I can find them in Vellum and treat them however I want there. So right now they're all, like I said, they're like, here I got a laptop style and a chat style. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I did all that. So what I want to do is I want to go through and change all those just to a regular normal style that's bold so that I can import this into Vellum, which I'll do in a little bit. So to do that, I don't want to go through, I could go through one by one and highlight it and say, okay, make it normal, and then make it bold. That's what I used to do. But there are powerful features in Word where you can just search and replace like entire styles. So I'm going to go to the Advanced Find and Replace, and I'm going to tell it to find the style, which you click down here, and you can say find format, style. I'm getting into the nitty-gritty here. It's crazy. Okay, and I want it to find the, let's see, it's called laptop. Seriously, I don't know what I was thinking when I formatted this document. This is, from years ago. But you can see it's a 12-point font bold. Okay, that's fine. And what I want to do is I want to replace it with the normal. So I'm going to go replace with format. And I'm going to find normal. and say okay, but that's not all I want, because I also want to make it bold. And I think that's here under font. Yeah, it's coming. This is the little thing you don't want to have come on your Mac, because then that means everything crashes. It's awesome. Alright, hold on. It crashed. Even though I know you're seeing... There it is. It's back. Okay. Let's see if it's coming back up for you all. It doesn't look like it is. So tell you what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my entire screen here with you instead. Let me get rid of that, and let's turn on that. There you go. All right, now we're back in the document. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm going to do an advanced find and replace. And I want to do the advanced. And find. So I'm curious if you are all writers. If you're a writer, go ahead and give a shout out and let me know if you do writing or if you're just kind of interested in what we're doing here live. I'd love to hear. Okay, and I made that, I called that laptop. Okay, and I'm going to replace that with format style. We're going to replace it with the normal style. And then we're going to bold it. This is where it crashed last time. Let's see if it does that again. Like, what was up with that? Oh, look, it is. It's going to crash. What in the world? You can see it crashing now. Is that crazy? This is good old Microsoft Word, huh? Okay, it's going to come back up. Okay, so I'm going to have to find a better way to do that because that's not going to work for me. Why is doing that? Okay. Well, I'm going to do it the old school way then. I'm going to go through and just do it manually. Any of you have trouble like that with Word sometimes where it just like crashes? I know. And that's it, you know. Thank goodness, you know, I started writing back in the day where I got in the habit of hitting Control S after like every paragraph of everything I did because the computers would crash so often back then. So I'm still in the habit of that now. And so it doesn't really bother me when it crashes anymore because I know I've saved it recently, so it's not a big deal. But man, it's just irritating. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna hit find, and let's just. We can still do. The cool thing about this is we can still find it all real easy. So let's go ahead and still go here to a advanced find and replace, and we're gonna tell it to find anywhere where I use that format of laptop is what I'd called it, because the boy types on a laptop, and so that was the whole thing. Is that that's the font anytime he types on the laptop. Okay, so then I can say, you know, find next. Okay, now see, it pulled it up right here on the screen. So now what I want to do is I actually want to change that to normal, and then I'm still going to bold it. Okay, and I can just do that everywhere that it is. Man, this is going to be not as fun. I don't know why that advanced find replace doesn't work. Oh well. Okay. And then I made all these little dashes. Surely I can do a find and replace on that. I'm going to try and do a find and replace on that a little later. There's another one. Should be a lot of these because he types on the laptop often because the whole thing is he gets the laptop for his birthday and discovers that whatever he types into it actually happens. Okay, so you see what I'm doing is I'm changing it to normal and then bolding. It looks the same, but it's going to be treated differently when Vellum gets it. sometimes, we forget that this is also part of being a writer. We can glamorize sometimes the whole writing process and think, oh, being a writer is like not having to go into an office, and it can be that. But it can also mean you're sitting and having to go through one by one on your document and hit normal, bold, normal, bold. And for those of you just coming in, we're doing this because the find and replace keeps causing Word to crash. I think I'm going to stop here at chapter 4, and I'm going to make sure that this is broadcasting well. So, thanks y'all for watching. I'm going to be back in a little bit, having done a little more of this. Bye.